Hello Aquarius, Happy New Year. Let's go ahead and start reading. Welcome to this Tree of Life Tarot. This is the spread for January. So we have to start in starting position here. What the issue is, it's the tower. As you can see, the tower is falling, but it really brings, it paves the way for new opportunities. Everything, when it seems like it's falling, it's really falling into place. Your perception to this drastic change determines how you adapt to the new circumstances. So stay steadfast. It's all going to be okay. It's just falling and they're changing into place. It sometimes are a little bit tumultuous, but you'll be okay. In the number 2 position, you have the Hangman. So this is showing kind of what you want, usually your desires. So basically, even though he's hanging, you can see at the top, all he needs to do is just kind of shuffle his feet a little and he's released. So the Hangman basically is letting you know that it's time to let go and to find acceptance. Let go maybe of the old way of thinking in order to continue your growth. You can set yourself free by choosing to release yourself from these binds of whatever is maybe old way of thinking, or maybe even self-sabotage. So just know that through sacrifice and surrender, you empower yourself to have a new outlook in life. And then for the 3rd position, you have another major arcana. It's the Moon. This is basically a position where you want to create something. So you want to create, basically with this card saying that you want to create seek your inner voice and reach higher, to reach higher levels of enlightenment. So in this card, you must face your past fears in order to continue your journey. So rely on your instincts, since the Moon is not meant to shine your path completely. In the number 4 position, which is usually one of stabilization, what you need to stabilize. This one, you have another major arcana, which is a Chariot. Okay, in the Chariot here, there might be conflicting emotions, but there will be victory. Even though the horses look like they're going in different directions, you can see how she's holding the reins just with one hand. She's not worried. They may be looking at different directions because you're looking at the different choices they need to make. But victory and achievements of one's goals is what this represents. So even though you're going through a tough time, you will get through it. Number 5, you have here the 7 of Wands. And it'll help you with any kind of conflict or struggle that you might be having. So even though you're conflicted and you're struggling, you have a dragon on your side. You have your shield and your sword. You will be victorious, even though you have 7 wands facing at you. There's just like inner struggle that and conflict that you have to, or maybe even physical struggle. If you're struggling somewhere in a job, in a relationship, or it might be your inner conflict, this is something you'll have to just work on to dissolve. Number 6 is how all of this is basically coming together. And you have the Ace of Wands. So with this, it's a new creative venture. Put your fears aside, and it's time to cultivate your dreams. So put those fears aside and start trusting in your abilities, in your faith, in your beliefs. You have to trust in yourself in order for others to trust in you. And in the 7th position, which is what you're searching for, what your journey might be, maybe it literally means, it is a major arcana of the Empress. It could literally mean you want to be pregnant. It is a sign of fertility, as well as the pomegranates in the back, and the butterflies indicate life. So you want to give life to, maybe even if it's not physically getting pregnant, it is a sign of fertility. It could be giving birth or rebirth to new ideas that you've had, some creativity. She keeps one foot in the water and one on land for the material stuff on land, and one foot in the water for life. This is a very positive card. She is strong, and she is looking to be fertile, which is to create, whether it be new situations, new job, new ideas, new path, new relationship, maybe a new relationship even with yourself, maybe one more of kindness. Let's not forget the relationships to ourselves. Remember, in the 8th position, this is usually what reveals your essence of what you're searching for. So you might be a little nostalgic. You might be reconnecting with old friends. You can see how she's holding on to the childhood she had, the youth behind her, where she had maybe better memories. But she knows she has to go now into the unknown and go forward and grow, because that's the only way you'll grow, if you keep going forward, keep moving. And reconnect with friends, maybe old friends. So that's a sign of that as well, especially now. Hopefully after COVID, everybody will reconnect a little bit more in person, but meantime, reconnect on Zoom or what have you. Number 9 position is the star. This is basically how either you take things in or how others around you take you in. So it's a very beautiful card. It's one of my favorites. It's hope, inspiration, serenity. It also means faith. It helps you reflect on your blessings, to foster a new positive outlook by looking at and counting all your blessings. Don't take those for granted. You woke up in the morning, that means you have something to do. You have a mission to complete. You have things to do, my friend. The 8 stars behind her, the number 8 represents strength, and the cup represents pouring into the water, represents emotional and sometimes just a subconsciousness of us pouring into a larger body of water. So she's just dipping her foot in there in life and trying to figure out a little bit of what's going on, but giving that serenity, hope, and inspiration and faith. The outcome of all of this, because as we know, the tree of life, everything that's in heaven reflects what's happening on earth, and what happens on earth affects what's happening in heaven. We're all interconnected. So the 6 of Swords here, it is the last card. The outcome, what you basically radiate, and maybe not just really radiate to others, but what others radiate to you, what you radiate to others, but what you radiate within yourself as well. And this is the 6 of Swords. It represents a period of moving away from something in your past. There is a sense of sadness from leaving something behind. That's why she's kind of dropping the swords there. But because of anticipation of that new journey that she's moving forward, the figure in the card looks to see 6 birds flying toward her as the clouds part to give way to light. As she goes towards this light, she leaves her swords behind because she doesn't need them. She's got this. She knows she's now moving forward and the battle is done. Now she can move forward, being released from all of those inner struggles, or maybe physical struggles as well. The light is coming. The light is here. We're all going to be in a better place this year. You have to keep hope. As the star brings in your card in the 9th position, just remember to keep that hope and inspiration alive. And it's time to create and metamorphosize. Time to transform yourself from the old you to the new you while we've been in this cocoon during COVID. Have a great rest of your month, and just, stay hopeful. As it says here, stay hopeful, have faith, keep those old connections going. We're all needing connecting with each other, especially during these hard times. Sending you light and love, and have a good rest of your weekend. Goodbye.